And then he was like, Neen, Obi-Wan or Yoda? I mean, what a stupid question. Of course I said Yoda.
Welcome to Experience Points, presented by our friends at Avtex, who transform customer experience through CX design and orchestration. On Experience Points, contestants earn points by answering customer experience questions and share their insight on how to make your interactions remarkable. Those points turn into dollars for the charity of their choosing. I'm Dan Gingiss.
And I'm Joey Coleman, and we'd love to introduce you to today's contestant. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, fans, the incomparable Neen James. Woo, Neen! She's a leadership expert. She's a professional speaker. She's the author of 2 books, the most recent one being Attention Pays, How to Drive Profitability, Productivity, and Accountability. And Neen specializes in helping people listen with their eyes. Neen, welcome to Experience Points.
G'day guys, what a treat. This is going to be so much fun.
We are beyond excited to have you, Neen. I gotta say, I've heard the story, but I feel like our listeners and our viewers would love to hear it. Tell us what it means to listen with your eyes.
I was sitting in my next door neighbor's house and she and I were just attempting to have a cup of coffee as you do, but her little 5-year-old kept inserting himself into the conversation. Anyone who's watching this, you know what 5-year-olds are like. Well, his name is Donovan, and he and I were in this very heated debate about who is cooler. Is it Superman or Batman? But every time Eileen and I kept trying to talk, he would insert himself and he'd say, Neen, do you like to play outside or in? Oh my God, I don't know, outside. Neen, cats or dogs? I mean, seriously, with the questions, I was like, cats. And then he was like, Neen, Obi-Wan or Yoda? I mean, what a stupid question. Of course I said Yoda. But he got so mad at me, Joey. He was so mad because he didn't think I was listening to him. Well, he jumped into my lap. He was so mad. He grabbed my face and he turned it towards him and he said this. Neen, listen with your eyes.
We need to pay attention to this because you are playing for a very special charity today. Can you tell our audience what charity you chose and what does it mean to you?
The reason I chose Operation Smile is because I think every child deserves a smile. And what I was fascinated by was when Bill McGee founded this charity in 1982, he realized that with only $240 and in 45 minutes, he could change a kid's life by preparing them through this surgery. So all of the dollars from today go to Operation Smile. I think every child deserves a smile. Think about it in customer service, one of the first things that we see. So that's why I chose this charity.
That is a fantastic charity. Heard a lot about it. They do such great work. And we hope that you win a lot of money for Operation Smile today. So today we're going to be playing a game called Fake or Fact.
In Fake or Fact, examine 3 similar experiences. Some are real, some are not. Your task is to determine the fake from the fact. Each experience correctly detected is worth 100 points. 3 correct answers will earn you 200 bonus points for a possible score of 500 points.
Are you ready to get started?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, let's jump into the game. So, subscription boxes are all the rage. So much so that the global research and advisory company Gartner projects that by 2023, 75% of all companies that sell direct to consumers will offer some type of subscription-based service. We're going to show you 3 potential monthly subscriptions that someone could sign up for, and you get to determine whether they are fake or fact. Here they are. The first one, a monthly subscription to bacon.
Fact! Absolutely, hands down. Bacon goes with everything.
Neen is so excited about bacon. Let me show you all 3 first, and then you can tell us whether you think they're fake or fact. But I love that the bacon just catapulted you forward into the game. All right, so bacon. Subscription number 2, pickup trucks, where you get a new pickup truck every month. Subscription number 3, guitars, where you can get a new guitar every month. Now, these are the 3 potential monthly subscriptions, Neen. It's your turn now to decide which ones are fake or fact and tell us why. So the first one is bacon. You rushed into your answer before. I think we know your answer. You think it is fact. And why do you think it's fact, Neen?
Because almost everyone, loves bacon. They may not want to admit that they love bacon, but they love it so much that they would happily subscribe to a monthly bacon box.
I love the enthusiasm for bacon. I agree with you. I think there's a lot of closet bacon lovers out there that may not want to admit it. Neen, you said that the monthly subscription to bacon was fact, and you were indeed correct. There is a bacon subscription. Oh my goodness.
From Bacon Freak.
This one's crazy. Yeah, it's from a company called Bacon Freak.
That's cool branding, by the way.
Yeah, it's very cool branding. And I need to share this for those of you listening as opposed to seeing the show via video. They offer a king-size Bacon is Meat Candy. Bacon of the Month Club. Bacon is Meat Candy is what they call it. So, big fans of bacon. Yes, Neen, you are correct. You are 1 for 1. All right, the second fake or fact option. Pickup trucks. Is a subscription to pickup trucks fake or fact, and why?
Fake.
And what makes you say fake, Neen?
Because I'm unsure about how you would handle the logistics of that. So I'm thinking from a logistics experience point of view, you would just get kind of used to setting up all the things that you love about your pickup truck, and then you change to another one. So I'm going to say fake.
Interesting. And to be clear, you're saying the experience for the customer of getting everything set up logistically, as opposed to the logistics of the pickup truck company getting you a new pickup every month.
Correct.
Gotcha. I like it. Well, Neen, you believe it's fake. And in fact, it is fake. You are correct. Woo! 2 for 2, Neen. What's fascinating about this one is there actually are car subscription companies. BMW offers one, Porsche, Mercedes. These various companies allow you to subscribe to a different car where you can go and swap out the car for a new one, but no one has done it for pickup trucks yet. So you are correct, Neen. Feeling good. Let's go to the third one. Guitars. A subscription to get a new guitar. Neen, fake or fact?
This is a hard one. I think you could go either way with this one, because I know people in my life who would happily subscribe to that box, but I'm going to go with fake. And the reason I'm going to go with fake is to be able to provide for the guitar lover who enjoys those premium products. I'm thinking that potentially the reason is because the price point is a very small market that would subscribe to that box.
Gotcha. So Neen says fake, but sadly it's fact. Oh, there is a group, Guitar Affair is their name, that allows you to subscribe and get a new guitar every month. You send the old one back and you get a new one. Alas, so close, but 2 for 3. Neen, why do you think subscription boxes are all the rage? Like, everybody seems to be getting one or creating one. Why do you think that is?
I love being able, and I'm one of those consumers. I get multiple subscription boxes, and the things that I love about it is it's a curated experience where someone has done the work for you. And then because there are certain products, for example with beauty stores, I get samples that I go and buy the full product. So I like that it's curated, it's convenient, and I also like that it's like a little present to myself every single month. So that's one of the reasons I like it. And I think that's the same for most people. Also, too, at the time of recording, where people are spending more time in their homes, that could be another reason why I think they're increasing.
With both the guitars and the pickup trucks, it's more like a Netflix model, at least as Netflix started off with the DVDs, where you get one a month, you return it, and you get a new one. Obviously, you're not returning that bacon, and they couldn't probably rip it out of your hands, Neen, once they gave you the bacon. But I think that's really interesting because you have this sort of 2 types of subscription services. The one where you get something that you keep and it is like a present. The other where you get something to borrow and you get to try new things that maybe you don't even want to keep. I mean, I love the idea of driving a new BMW every month without necessarily having to pick my favorite, right? So I think this is definitely applicable. And I've talked with a lot of companies including some clients that immediately jump to this idea that there's no way they could have a subscription box. I don't necessarily think that's true. Even if you're in the service business, not a product business, I think the concept of why subscription boxes can work in almost any business. What do you think?
One of the things that I advocate for my clients is that if you really want to get the attention of a client, whether it is as a thank you for an opportunity you've had together, or if you are romancing a new prospect, I often prescribe these subscription boxes because it lands on their desk or in their home every single month. And I've personally had success with that in my own practice. And so I was with one of my luxury travel clients recently, and they manage all sorts of kinds of travelers. But I had found them subscription boxes for leisure, adventure, cuisine, family. And so it was really interesting that when you start to drill into this, I would challenge clients to really think creatively about this, because think about Dollar Shave Club. They instantly just kept sending, and who knew that was going to be a thing, right? And so I think we have to think about getting the attention of people in a different way. Subscription boxes is a beautiful way to elevate your branding. It's a fantastic way to get to know your customers even more. So I think they're here to stay.
Absolutely. And Neen, I think it's interesting you mentioned that idea of taking someone from the prospecting stage through to the customer stage. What I love about subscription boxes is the continued connection. It's, to your point, getting in front of that customer on a regular basis, a monthly basis, and it's a way that's more fun than, say, sending them an email that's, just checking in to see how things were going, right? None of us like receiving that email, or even worse, that phone call. But having a small little gift or a subscription arrive is a great way to make it about them as well. I think the more you can learn about your clients and identify what their personal interests are, if you send them a subscription box, every month they're thinking of you. Anybody who's had the chance to hear me speak knows that I'm a big fan of root beer. And I've had a number of clients get me a subscription to the Root Beer of the Month Club. And so every month when that 6-pack of root beer comes in, it doesn't have their name on it. It doesn't say, hey, still thinking of you. But I remember who gave it to me. And so I think there's a huge opportunity here from gifting. Out of curiosity, let's dive a little bit deeper into the benefit of a business, or the benefit rather to a business, of considering these type of forever transactions, like the power to lock a customer in on a monthly basis, even if it's, to your point earlier, like a small sample set. Can you speak, Neen, to kind of what you've seen as far as the long-term value of being able to build that relationship over time?
If we think about attention is about connection, right? And so when you have, as the business, invested your attention in getting to know that Joey likes root beer, and when Joey receives that, that builds an instant, not just the connection, but a loyalty. Because given an opportunity for Joey to make a purchasing decision in the future, you might have competitors, their products might be cheaper, they might be more convenient. But because of that sense of connection and loyalty, which you've built up through the simplicity of this gift, this subscription box, that's part of the differentiator. And what it also does, I think, is that there's an unconsciousness to this as well. So we're treating things as transactions, but if you can be more transformative and you can think about, how do I consciously connect to this? How do I intentionally pay attention to this person? Not just for the short game, but for the long game. Because it's not just about influencing their experience, it's the 200 people they'll tell about receiving that root beer subscription box. So when you think about it as like dropping a pebble in a pond, it's the ripple effect across not just the people they know, but the stories they're going to tell at their dinner party, at their yacht club, at their chamber event. That's the kind of press that you can't pay for. And that's why the simple thought of attention is about connection. It has this ripple effect as well.
So true, Neen. And boy, I think plenty of our watchers and listeners would love a subscription to the wisdom of Neen James. Dan, let's recap how Neen did playing Fake or Fact.
In this game, correct answers are worth 100 points, and you answered 2 questions correctly, which means you earned 200 points. Now, that 200 points will be converted into $200 thanks to our friends at Avtex for a donation to Operation Smile. Nice work.
Thank you, Avtex.
Congratulations, Neen. This concludes this episode of Experience Points. Check out more games with Neen and our other celebrity contestants at experiencepointsgame.com. That's experiencepointsgame.com. We'll see you soon for more examples of remarkable experiences here at Experience Points, presented by Avtex.
Yeah, I think it's interesting is that one of the themes that we talk about a lot at Avtex is that, you know, you're not necessarily just competing on the basis of your service or your products anymore. It's the experience you wrap around that. And in this example, it's a product delivered as a service, right? And one of the things you mentioned is that it's the personalization within the receipt of that product, not just the experience of getting that product delivered to your door. So what are some things that organizations can really do to think about how that experience becomes more personal, as it crosses the threshold, rather than just, hey, I'm going to rely on it showing up at the door as the experience in and of itself?
Yeah, so John, I think that's a good question. I think there's a couple things. One, don't let the business benefit, in other words, of being able to have visibility to revenue. Don't let that excitement overrun the hard work around how do we want to design this experience. Because it's the experience and the rendering of that experience that's going to keep people connected and engaged. So that's one. Second, that you only get one shot at this. In other words, especially in the subscription business, because the engagement is really, I might go online to sign up, and after that, it's something showing up at my door. So one of the things we know, Apple as an example, they have over 40 people that just concentrate on what the product opening experience needs to be. So don't shortchange what the box looks like. Don't shortchange how you put the product into that box. Don't shortchange how that looks and feels and what that experience is.